The next day I set out on the foot to explore the TukTuk village on Samosir Island, where I was staying. TukTuk has evolved in the popular tourist area with numerous accommodation options. At that time, there weren't many tourists around, possibly during the rainy season. The area fascinated me because of the Batak culture, especially their unique buildings. The shape of Batak houses resembles a boat and is adorned with the beautiful patterns. The roof area is steeply sloped, and the front extending further than the back. While walking, I met a local guide from whom I broadcast the tour of the area. We arranged for a full day excursion for the next day, which you'll see in this video. Walking around TukTuk was pleasant, allowing me to enjoy the natural surroundings. Many residents were drying their crops by the roadside, mostly corn and rice. The area offers a relaxing walking experience in the warm weather and beautiful landscape. The roads in TukTuk were designed for walking, and I could go around the entire village to return to my accommodation without retracing my steps. A bridge is under construction to connect Samosir Island to the rest of North Sumatra. While walking, I stopped at a local shop and bought a versatile scarf for Christine, which could also be worn as a skirt. The next day, the guide picked me up from my accommodation and we headed to the tourist attraction. We stopped at Batak village, where I got to explore Batak houses in more detail. The houses had one large room where the whole family lived, and the lower section was intended for animals. The village also housed criminals in the lower section of the house. The ancient Batak tribes were nature worshippers and revered ancestral spirits. The Batak had their own script, Surat Batak, primarily used for magical rituals and divination. Before colonial rule, the Batak culture also practiced cannibalism, believing they could gain the strength of consumed person. Marco Polo mentioned this in his memoirs, and he is one of the most trusted sources on the matter. The Batak tribes did not warmly welcome colonists and fought against them. Eventually Samosir and the Batak tribes converted to the Lutheran Christianity, abandoning their treatinal cliffs. We travel from Samosir Island across the new bridge to Lake Toba, with our destination being the highest point in the area, Tele. Due to heavy rains, we stop for lunch. Tele is planned to have observation point, which was still under construction. However, I could still admire the beautiful views. Next we headed towards a waterfall and then large statue of Jesus Christ, reminding on the one in Rio de Janeiro. This area is absolutely stunning. Perhaps I should consider to move in here. Next we move towards hot springs, believing to have healing properties. Before I could enter the hot spring, I had to ask permission from the local dogs. Once they deemed me harmless, I was able to continue my journey. The hot springs originate from the volcanic area, with heat generated by magma. The hot water flows from the source in the rocks. It is possible to bathe in the spring, but I was content with just touching the water, as the area wasn't kept very clean, which didn't appeal to me. Our last stop of the day was at the graves of the Batak tribal king.